I've spent $58,299 worth of Frost Stars in Whiteout Survival in 208 days. I'm going to be doing some more spending today. I'm going to be explaining that spending. That's kind of the vibe I got going here. You're looking over my shoulder. I'm playing as an efficient whale. I'm trying to spend my money on the things that have the most power per dollar, and I think I've been showing that that strategy is working because my power is quite a lot. I mean, the money is up there as well, but I don't have Globe yet, and my power is pretty high up there compared to others in my neighboring states. So I think I'm doing that job correctly, and I think I'm doing it right. But we got a bunch of fun things to do tonight. I'm going to kind of do another speed run, so to speak, because I'm still not feeling great. As you can hear in my throat, I still have a cold. I am recording a new podcast as well. I'm getting that bootstrapped, so that's been taking a lot of time out of me. Just so you know a little bit about that, I want you to go check this out. I'm going to give you a preview here, but just realize that everything is not 100% done yet. So if you click through all the links, you're not going to see everything. It's unshielded.show.com. The name of the show is Unshielded State of Mind. And basically, we're going to explore the real people's stories, the real life stories behind these digital avatars. I've heard a lot of stories in the game. Both I've lived through some of them myself. I've had some very real stress and drama happening while being a leader or being in the state, or in kind of like going through the progression of being a new player to a more advanced player. I think I'm a little bit more advanced now, although not as advanced as some of you are. But, you know, I've seen a bunch, but I know there's other people who have seen a lot more than me as well. There's been like real life love in romance situations. There's been real life people who say, or stories where they tell me like, this game saved me. And they'll tell me a story of, I don't want to kind of disclose all personal stuff, but like, you know, they'll tell me stories of whether it was problems with drugs or family issues or feeling isolated and lonely, and having the social aspect of the game connect them. So there's all these types of stories, good stories and bad stories. I want to hear them all. If you go to the bottom of this page, there's a link from the top as well. Submit your story. You click that link. It'll allow you to share your story with me, and I'll review a bunch of those and see which ones are candidates for the show. I do try to plan to get on some experts as well to give advice, but basically the whole format is going to be telling stories about real people behind the game. That's what I want to explore. I want to get into real people's stories, the real people behind the game. And I always want to try to have a positive flip. So even in the worst negative story, if the only positive flip we can come out of it is a community coming together to help them and say, dude, that is horrible what happened to you. We've got a state, you know, we'll recruit you over here in this state, and you won't have any of those problems. If there's something we can do to help people, that's what I want to do. So I want to tell the story and try to have a positive flip all the time. That's basically going to be my format. And whether that, sometimes I'll try to bring in some professionals. Sometimes the majority of the content is going to be me just giving people that space to tell their story and anonymously. By the way, as anonymous as you want to be, if you don't want to be anonymous, I can announce what you want me to announce. Whether it's a state or whatever, especially if it's a positive story. And if you'd want to be anonymous, completely anonymous, you don't have to even show up on video if you don't want. We can do a phone-in interview, or I can obfuscate your face. We'll figure all those logistics out. But you can be as anonymous as you want on that show. So if you're interested in it, go check that out. Submit a story, and soon you'll be able to see episodes coming out around that as well. Probably going to do one drop a week because podcasts take a little bit more production to kind of get everything in the queue and everything. But I am going to get a trailer and promo recorded soon and get all that stuff started. So start watching out for that. I'll start curating all that content. I do have some time off around 4th of July weekend that's coming up. Hopefully I won't be as sick and I can record a little bit more cleaner audio, but that's what's coming up there. So, and if you go to the Discord, they're already starting to talk about it. They like what they're seeing. They like what they're hearing. They can't wait for the show. They're saying, I need this for my drive to work, or for my, if I'm going running or exercising, they like to listen to podcasts and stuff. And it's going to be content that's not explicitly gaming content. It's kind of this crossover between the soft sciences there. So anyways, hope some of you who follow me look forward to that and start checking that out soon as the episodes start dropping. So and if you want, you can actually go to the YouTube channel already. There's nothing posted yet. I'm going to be posting a trailer soon, but if you want, you can go like it, subscribe, whatever you want to do. If you're a follower and a fan, go ahead and start go start hitting it up already. I don't mind one bit at all. All right, so let's get into what we got going on tonight. Let's take a look at the event schedule first. We got the Kasias, we got Dreamscape, we got Journey Treasures. We have Tundra Trading Station coming up. I like to remember that I got that coming up because sometimes I forget, and it's only a 2-day event and you got to take advantage of it while it's here. We're going to have Journey Treasures resetting, King of Icefield's finishing up, We got Brother in Arms coming up. A couple of you sounded concerned again when I talked about what we're doing for Brother in Arms. I don't know. We have a good top 3 alliances in the state. We did drop down to top 3. Of course, the 4th isn't super happy about it. We're trying to help those players find other places. But, I don't know. I don't want to talk too negatively about another alliance or another leader. But personally, I think, let's just say that this needed to happen. And when it comes to Brother in Arms, I know different states do this in different ways. But, we have a bunch of players in our state. It is a feature of the game. And if we don't do it, they feel like we're kind of like taking the fun of the game away from them. So, Brother in Arms is a simple event too. As soon as it comes up, it tells you like either teleport to an alliance or territory or bubble. Like it even tells you in the intro screen, and it warns you. And we usually send announcements out saying, hey, reminder, Brother in Arms is coming up. Here's what the rules are. So, I know some states are much more pacifist, and that's fine if that works for you. We're not trying to be particularly aggressive either. We're not trying to dissuade, active players and all that. So we'll remind people again to please let's try not to affect any active players. But, there's going to be people who sign off for a week or something, don't play the game, and then come back and they're zeroed or something. Like, I don't know what to do about that. Like, it is what it is. You can't take the fun away from people from a feature in the game that is meant to be there. And is actually kind of what it's probably meant to be there for, actually, is to help purge the state and get you kind of used to the flow of SVS, because it's kind of like similar to how Castle works, basically. But anyways, that's what we do in our state, and it works. And we're all, if you're in one of the top 3 alliances, everybody's happy. If you're not, you're actually kind of not contributing to the state anyways. And, I don't know. I know different people have feelings even on that. Even when I say that, I know I'm going to get a bunch of comments because if you're not in one of the alliances who's contributing to the state, you're just kind of hanging out. So, I don't know. If you want the safety, just bubble up. It's that simple. Bubble up. Or join an alliance. You can even just do it temporarily. I really don't understand what the big deal is. Just bubble. If you're really that active, if you're really that active, why don't you go find an alliance that's actually playing the game, right? You're not just sitting around farming. Second of all, if you're that active, just bubble up. It's as simple as that. Just put a shield up and you're safe. There's no problem. Or just temporarily join one of the alliances. I'm sure they would, all of ours in our academies would take you in. And you'll be safe for the BIA, and then the BIA is done, and you leave the alliance. Like, it's not really a big deal, and people make a bigger deal of it than it is. Anyways, I'm going to get off the soapbox on that one. We got the internal castle coming up, which is basically just a rotation, and I use it for practice now. Wild Brawl, I've come to this is kind of a fun event. I hope I can work in some time to do that. Usually that one's a little easier to work in than Frostfire, so I should be able to work that one in. And then we just have some other stuff. We have a Canyon Clash coming up again, and kind of the standard rotation with Foundry coming up. An Alliance Championship and the standard the mobilization we have coming up before SVS. So that's what we got coming up. King of Icefield tonight. President did run the troops buff. I don't like pushing troops anymore, especially since, not for troop fluff, basically. So yeah, I can get points by pushing some troops, but I'm trying to save all those speed ups and stuff for the T11 push that's coming up. And so essentially what I'm going to do tonight is the Essence Stones again, and I'll just do that to get points for the King of Icefield basic rewards. Lucky Wheel, we're just going to take our chip and move on. And then, what else we got? We had nothing else here, basically. I already talked about Brother in Arms. Okay, so we're good here. Now let's take a look at the standard section here. We already did the Artisan's Trove up to $30. That's all I'm going to do this cycle on that one. The custom armament chest for pets. I don't have a lot of other things to spend on tonight. I do have some things to spend on tonight, but not a lot of other things to spend on tonight. So I'm going to do... this is a custom armament chest. This is a new one. I was thinking it was a custom pet chest. The custom armament chest. I don't see a reason not to keep buying these because we don't know when we're going to get the special events. And, it's a decent value. It's not the best value in the game, but it's a decent value. So I'll buy this up to the $30 mark. I'm sorry, for the $20 mark for now, which puts me at $35 total. And, that'll get some more gear in the tank. The custom pet chest, I got 3 days more on, so I'll wait on that one. And I didn't grab this. Training, we already did up to the $20 mark. Oh, we got the tech storm pack now. Well, all right, so here's the problem. Like I said, it's speed ups is what I'm going to need in War Academy. This is just a matter of necessity, essentially. To do the push that I want to do, I do have a lot of speed ups. But to do the push that I want to do and continue to get my research going where it is, there's just only one way to do it, and that's by spending some. So I'm going to have to spend on the Tech Storm pack. I know there's different types of speed ups and different types of values, but you know, I got one more day. At least I just spent to the $35. I'm going to go do some homework and see, make sure I know that I need them. But I'll probably end up buying this out, finish buying it out tomorrow. So I'm going to leave that where it is for now. I already bought the Fire Crystal Fanatic pack up to the $20 mark. Got the Ice Conqueror and Ice Traveler, which I really don't like buying those really. And then daily deals. And we got, yeah, oh, daily deals. There we go. You can click happy and see if I get lucky. No luck whatsoever. So then we'll make our claims here. And that's about it. We'll get, oh, there is one thing. Thank God for all of the subscribers who watch me very carefully and remind me of things, because sometimes I forget because I don't scan it all, because I try to stay out of this shop basically. So we do have some basic stuff here for $5 that I could grab if I wanted to. Got the Mithril and Lunar Amber. That's what I wanted to make sure. The accessory construction contract packs, I mean, it's not the highest value in the game for the island pack. So I'm gonna been spending on so much other things. I'm gonna kind of ignore that for now. The expert stuff, there's still a legitimate, you know, still a legitimate excuse I can make, I should say, a legitimate reason to be buying these from the regular shop, because they're hard to find anywhere else. But we did get that special expert pop-up pack, and I don't know if that's going to start to be something more regular. So I'm going to just hold off on this. I got an opportunity to put a bunch in the tank on that. So I'm okay with this for now. The progression is okay. And I'm just going to leave it at that for now. And Mystery Badge Pack, I don't really feel a need to buy those right now, so I'm going to leave that alone. But what we do have down here is the Transfer Pass pack that reset. So this reset, and basically if you notice, at the first 2 levels, it's basically you get 1 for 5. So basically it goes up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. People, I didn't realize this as well. What it does is the dollar amount goes to the normal progression. So it goes from 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, right? So 5, 10, 20, 50, 100. But the number of transfer packs you get just goes up by 1 each time. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So by the time you get to 5, you're spending $20 a transfer pack or a transfer ticket. So you don't want to do that. You want to basically try to slowly accumulate against what I'm doing. So I get them from the Alliance shop and I get them from here, but I'll only buy them from here when they're at the $5 mark. So these first 2 levels, because it goes 1, 2, you get them for $5 a piece. And I'm just going to buy them for $5. Now here they're $3, or I mean, it's 3 for 20. So that's, you know, that's like what, 6 something, almost $7 a piece. So, I'm not gonna buy them at this level. I'm just gonna buy the transfer packs. And again, the steel, that's always gonna be there. So I don't, you know, there's not really a value to it. It's not a great value. I'm just gonna wait and see if I get the other packs. All right, that's the basic section. Go to the deal section. We have some claims to make, and I think that's pretty much it. Grab these claims, sign in and earn it. Let's see. Let's grab this. Deadshot. Konnichiwa, Deadshot. How are you doing tonight? Let's see how you're going to do. Let's see what luck you're going to give me tonight, because this can go, usually goes very, very bad for me. Now, I've been trying this U-C pattern, all that type of stuff. I don't know. I've tried all the different patterns that people have given me. Tonight, I'm going to just go straight across the middle first and see what happens. Here, let's see what happens. All right. Well, it's already a better Deadshot than I've had in a while. Nice. All right, now what do I do? I went straight across the middle and that worked. 4 corners seem to never work for me, so let's do the middle. Let's do the middle. Nice. Nice. Well, apparently, no, I spoke too soon. Deadshot, we got a thing going here tonight. Don't ruin it. Now don't ruin it on me. Oh, come on, Deadshot. Man. You just know how to kill all the fun. Well, that's Deadshot. That's not horrible. I shouldn't be that upset. That's a better Deadshot run than I normally get. But it's just It's just not what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? I want one time where I can get lucky on Deadshot, like definitively lucky on Deadshot, and it's just not happening. All right, let's take a look at Dreamscape Memory. Let's see. I just want to show you my progress, basically. I'm almost at the 19. I'm just slow rolling this. That's it. Just slow rolling it. I'll spend up to the $20 mark each time. I think I finally figured out what it is that why this isn't my favorite game. It's because when you get past, first of all, I don't think it's possible to get past level 10 without spending a good amount of money. Some people say they can get to level 10 without spending any money. I don't know, man. I don't know. I kind of doubt that. But if you can, more power to you. I certainly can't. When I spend up to the $20 mark, so that's $35 total, I can clear level 10, get into level, what is it, maybe 12 or so usually with a little bit of luck and you know, a little bit of fast hands. I can get into like maybe up to level 12 or so. And that's about it. I just don't like the way it progressively gives you more and more things and less time. It's clearly you need to spend on it to be able to clear it because it just gives you more things in less time. And to me, that's not a game. It's not based on random luck or anything like that. It's just clearly like, all right, you're going to have a humanly impossible amount of time and amount of items to find. And the only way to win it is to spend more. And that's the part I think I don't like about the game, that aspect of it. It's not just like random luck or requires any skill or anything like that. It's just, you know, I mean, you could argue it requires skill, but I don't know, not to me. It gets to a point where no human can possibly do it that fast, and the only way to do it is to spend. And I think that's what I don't like about that particular game. It is fun though. It is fun in a sense, but it's not fun in the sense that when you get to the upper levels, it feels to me, anyways, from my hands, almost impossible to beat without spending. But I know a lot of you will tell me that that's not true, and you're able to beat it and get very far without a lot of spending. So more power to you if that's you. I'm just telling you why it's not my favorite. That's why. All right. Kasia's Wish House. Let's see. What I'm doing for Kasia is I am buying up to the $100 mark every day. And if you're not a whale, don't do that. It is not the optimal strategy. One of the reasons I'm doing that, as I said before, is because of these pouches. You get these little pouches that is fun for the Alliance, and sometimes they go to World Chat to give them some gems. And especially if you're free to play or low spend, those gems are quite nice. Now for me, I'm spending a bunch on the event. I'm getting those pouches to be able to distribute, and that is part of the fun for me, is distributing those pouches. But also, I will be able to get value out of the shop. Maybe not as much value. I just grabbed this so I don't forget it. Maybe it's not much value because I already got the mithril here, and I already got the mithril from the unlocks here. Well, I don't got that one yet, but I'll be getting that soon, probably tonight. And so I'm got all the mithril, but now the question is, what's the next highest value thing? And I'll just check Torxum's website. He's been updating this value. It might actually be speed ups for me because I need a bunch of speed ups still. So it might be speed ups for me. I think actually some of you said the Lucky Hero Gear chest, but as far as I know, that is not actually the highest value here. Actually, I think the highest value here is the Mythic General Hero Shards. And then I don't know. From there, it's a pretty close call between all the other stuff in the shop. So maybe I'll just have to pick what I think I need the most and go from there. So I could always just save them as well, but I don't think there's any point in doing that. So because I'm going to spend on it again next time it comes. All right, let's see if we can get any luck tonight. I've been getting pretty lucky with Kasia. I'm at 7160. I've been getting like 3,000 a night, and that's actually hard at this level because we like in the higher levels in older states, you guys get like 1,125 dream marks. We're only getting like 625 at this point. So to hit that 625 is actually pretty darn lucky, especially at this stage when you're not in the special round. That's a 0.2%. That's really hard to get. And then when you get the Sincere Wish rewards, it's a little easier. It's 10%. But still, it's quite hard to get that. And I've got it a couple times already. So let's see what my luck looks like tonight, shall we? Let's go. Wow, that's a lot of gear components. 16 of them, I think I saw before it went away. All right, not great luck there. Here we go again. Come on, Kasia. Oh, 250, 125. All right, nice. All right, let's see what we can get on the Special Wish. 250. All right, I'll take it. Did we get any dream marks? I didn't see before it faded away. No, no dream marks there. Busted. Here we go. 125, 125. Not great. I mean, you know, your luck's got to average out eventually, right? Let's see. Let's see what the special wish gives us. 250 again. All right, well, that is what it is, I suppose. Let's try again. Here we go. Oh. Oh. 125. No. Busted again. Let's see. One more time. I don't think I got anything on that one either. Although it's nice, nice hero chest there. All right. And we get this one last wish. Come on. Oh, hot diggity dog. I got a 375. All right, that's not bad. I mean, let's look at the chances on that again. The 375 in the Sincere Wish rewards, 15%. You know, that's, I mean, you have a 75% chance of getting either 125 or 250, so 15% chance on that one. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'll take it. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got here. I don't think I'm ready to spend on that tonight, although did not, if now you can see the difference. Here was a more typical Kasia run, and I only got, like, what was that? A roughly 1,600? I got half of what I got yesterday. I think I got almost 3,000 yesterday. Only 1,600 today. This is a more typical run at Kasia. So that's just to put into perspective how lucky I got the previous 2 days. Like, if you didn't think I was getting that lucky because you're in a state that gets a lot more dream marks per round, like, I don't think you're getting it, because I got really lucky. Like, to get 3,000 in one day twice in a row is kind of phenomenal luck. So got half that today, and not nearly as good luck. So, all right, we're gonna wait on the shop though, because I want to check Torxum sheet, and we got another couple days before I have to do it. We got one more. What is it? One more. I think we have one more day of playing the event, and then you get another day where the shop's open and you can finish spending it. So we'll take care of that way. All right. That's Kasia's Wish House. Let's go check the backpack quick. And then we'll check VIP. Let's see, 206. I'll just let them all run. I should get 2 mythic pieces out of this. Oh, got 4. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice, I'll take it. And then we'll come over here. It's a nice amount of gems for that run. Can I get lucky? Yes! Finally, I got lucky again. 20. All right. Nice. And let's see. There is one more thing I need to do. So if we take a look, I want to basically clear these. I haven't been showing this because I've been sick and I've been forgetting, but I want to clear that. I want to clear that with Essence Stones. So the only question is, what Essence Stones am I going to run? I don't want to do something too crazy. This would require, you know, 180. So I just need to do 100. Well, I don't know. I don't know how much I need to do to clear the, what do you call it? The rewards there, but let's see. If I do this one, no, I'm doing the wrong one. Almost did the wrong one. All right, here we go. 130, and it only takes 3 mythic pieces. We'll grab that. All right, is that enough to clear the basic rewards? I don't know if that's the, I knew it would be enough to pop the Hero Gear Mastery. And yes, it was enough to clear the basic rewards, so I'm done. And that's just a nice way to do that. Now, because I didn't spend a whole lot today, and because I always feel guilty using stuff outside of SVS, and I want to make sure I replace it, that's why I'm going to do this. Now, it is true, some of you have been noticing, like, it is true that if you value this exclusively by Lucky Hero Gear Chest, this isn't a high value, but it is actually a decent value overall when you consider the gems you get and the Essence Stones and the Hero Gear Chest. If you consider all that together, it's actually pretty good value compared to something like Custom Armament in total value. This is like 133% comparatively. So I'm going to grab that. And that way I don't have to feel guilty about spending outside SVS. I'll still have all those Essence Stones I need. All right, so that's all we got there. We do have the Labyrinth that I can run again, but it's not going to do anything. Look, I mean, if I try to run Labyrinth again, with, you know, there's all different ratios you can use, but if you do something like, even if you do something like 55, 10, 35 or something like, you get to the point where you're kind of maxed out, and there's not much you can do. There's nothing you're going to be able to do until you get more power, basically. So, you know, I can mess around with this all day long. It's really not going to matter because, I can try, there's different ratios people run. You can try, I think some people run like a really high, like a 60%, something like this as well. There's all different ratios people have run, but like when you're maxed out, you're maxed out. There's nothing you're going to be able to do. So that's why I'm not going to really, I just wanted to show that as an example. The same is going to happen with Charm Mine. I have not pushed charms at all since the last SVS, and I'm going to wait. So there's it's almost not worth me doing, just to try to random luck maybe, but that's it. All right, let's see. The last thing we have to do is VIP. Let's just check that out and see what things are looking like. To remind you, it's a tease about what's coming up. Here's where I sit, and that's where I'll sit for a little while. I did think about doing some at the $1 million mark again, because I am at the million VIP point mark, because that's where I am right now. But I don't really want to do it right now because I've been rethinking about whether I do them for 100 at a time or 20 at a time. I seem to like doing them at the 20 at a time because that helped me keep pace with like understanding where things were. I did 100 at a time. I couldn't substantially tell a difference. Some whales told me like, oh, do it at 100 at a time. You'll get globed a lot faster. I didn't see any evidence of that. They simply got lucky. That's what happened. And this was my suspicion. Like if you're going to get lucky, you're going to get lucky. It doesn't matter. You do it 1 at a time, 20 at a time, 100 at a time. It doesn't matter. You're going to get lucky. You're going to get lucky. That's all it comes down to. It's random. They're random draws, you know? So that's all that's all about. So that's what we got going on there. The last thing I just wanted to say is just remember, I've been promoting an affiliate link before. That's not in my video description anymore. So until I hear otherwise, there's no reason to use that affiliate link anymore because I'm not getting any credit for it as far as I know. So if you want to use it, you can, but don't feel compelled to use it because as far as I know, that deal's over until I hear otherwise. So there are some other ways you can help me though. Number one, go check out the Discord. That link is in the video description. You can check that out. Check out the new website, the unshielded.show.com, because that podcast is coming up soon. And if you have a story to submit, go ahead and submit a story or tell somebody. If somebody has a compelling story, you're like, dude, you got to tell this story, and somebody else wants to be able to tell that. It can be therapeutic to tell your story, and we can make it as anonymous as you want. So make sure you tell people about that and submit a story for yourself, and let's see where that goes. It's going to be an exciting project coming up. And then the most simple thing you could do, simplest thing in the world that helps so much. All you got to do is like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. That way, whenever I post anything, you'll be the first to know about it. Thank you very much for joining me, and until next time, I'll see you later.